Sam. How are you today?
Good.
Yeah, haven't seen you in a while. Been locked down for a while, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Yep, so everything good with you?
Yes.
Good. Well, guess what we're going to do today? We're excited to talk to you today about our brand new Arriva van. We've had this out now for several years, but this is a beautiful Mercedes-Benz 24 feet extended length van. And as I've mentioned in some of our previous videos, Coach House is a master upfitter with Mercedes-Benz. We're also QVM with Ford, meaning that everything we do inside these vehicles is controlled not only by us, but by Mercedes, by Ford, and we're also members of RVIA, which is Recreational Vehicle Industry Association. There's been a lot of technological changes, not a lot of floor plan changes. This floor plan we actually patented. We are the only manufacturer right now to build this floor plan with a dry bath, and we'll get involved with that. So what I wanted to do is at least give you a walkthrough on the Arriva and some of the improvements we've made. And the Arriva is built on the Mercedes-Benz chassis. So it's built on a regular van style. This is an extended 170-inch wheelbase vehicle with an extended top put on by Mercedes-Benz. So basically what Coach House does is we take a van, whatever color we decide to use, and we convert it into a motorhome. It's called a Class B motorhome. And as you can see, I brought my cheat sheets with me on this one. And the reason that I brought my cheat sheets is this is a Mercedes-Benz order. Okay? Mercedes-Benz makes it very, very simple to order a vehicle, as you can see. It's 4 pages of stuff, and everything has to be line itemed. So what I want to say, even during my video presentation, I might miss things on what I want to talk about as far as the chassis is concerned, because there's so much technology in these new chassis that I want to make sure that I try to cover most of it. But if you go to Mercedes-Benz.com and look up Sprinter chassis, Coach House orders every option that is available on that specific chassis. Now, that is true throughout our entire product line. Ford's the same way, Ford Transit's the same way, the Mercedes cab chassis, same way. Now, some of the things I'm going to talk about here might not be available on the cab chassis. The cab chassis we order is cut off right here, and then we put our own body on it. So some of the sensors are not activated because the vehicle ends here, and we add on the rest of it to the back. It is really a remarkable chassis, and I'm sure if you've looked through RVs and have studied RVs, you'll find that the Mercedes-Benz vans and Sprinter models have really come out strong in the RV industry. Now, the goal of Coach House has always been to provide all of the features, safety features, whatever we can get on these vehicles, we order. So we don't skimp anywhere as far as the order guides are concerned, or options that we would normally not put on a vehicle. So what I'm saying is this vehicle, all these Mercedes-Benz chassis that we order, the Fords, the Ford Transits, they're all fully equipped with everything that we're capable of putting on them. Now the Arriva Mercedes-Benz comes with a turbocharged V6 engine. It's diesel, will get you 16 to 20 miles per gallon. We've had people get as high as 22 miles a gallon. We're going to stay in that safety range, 16 to 20. The Arriva is an 11,030 pound gross vehicle weight rated chassis. We give you between 2,000 and 2,400 pounds loading capability when we're done with this chassis, which is substantial. A lot of people choose the Arrivas because they're small. They're easy to get in and out of your driveways. They're easy to drive. Everybody can drive them. They're very, very simple. But with the technology that's in these things, I'm sure I'll be talking in my lifetime of these things all being self-driven vehicles. What I wanted to point out is the beauty of the Arriva in that we try to keep the exteriors nice and clean. People that live in deed-restricted neighborhoods oftentimes can get away with even parking these in their driveways. You'd have to check with your associations. One of the things you might have noticed when I got out, just by pulling the handle, We put power doors on the sliding doors now, which are really a nice feature. You got your hands full of groceries, you can close it from the dashboard, you can close it from a button inside, or you can close and open it from the handle. So just by pulling the handle out, it automatically opens. We also have a propane extension here in the event you want to get into a cookout on the side of your vehicle, to campground. We provide that feature as well. The awnings now, they've also become a little more advanced in that typically with the Class B motorhome, when you recoiled your awning or let your awning out, it came with legs. Now they're all legless. So from inside the coach, you can operate it. It's got a wind sensor on it. It'll kick it back in. So really a nice feature on the Arrivas. Full fiberglass running boards. I think you'll notice that a lot of times with a van, you'll get a power entrance step, where the step comes out, step goes in. We had those originally. And what we like about our full fiberglass running board is you don't have to wait for something to deploy to come out. Those steps that they use in the vans are kind of inaccurate. They don't seem to work like they should. You got to wait for that step to come out, and you have to remember to wait for that step to come out. But the full fiberglass running boards are really nice. We're also using the stainless steel wheel simulators on all of our wheels. Makes it look really nice. They've got the steel wheels underneath them. We do option Alcoa rims, aluminum rims, things like that for them. And then in the back here, what we've got is dual rear wheels, and these are able to be filled from the inside tire and the outside tire, from the fill valves here. And I'm trying to get that out because a lot of companies don't offer it. At least you can fill both your tires from outside, which is nice. This is our Freshwater gravity fill. Nice, sleek, aerodynamic, nice grab handle here to get in and out of the coach, which people often like. The van is still not 8 feet wide. It's a little narrower, so driving it in and around town and all, people really seem to enjoy it. Now what I'd like to do, Sam, is probably walk around the exterior a little bit. Sam, what I want to do now is show you the front end. And as you can see on the van, it's very aerodynamically designed. We've ordered the chrome grille on these, and I'm going to back out and let you look because there's a step area here. If you want to clean your front windshield, you can stand on it. But this vehicle also has the fog lights in the front. You can see the fog lights there. They have what they call a cornering light function that'll actually follow as you turn, which is kind of cool. We've got the high beam assists on this and the high performance headlamps. So the front is really cool as far as the way these things are made. This has the wet wiper system, will spray up and wash your headlights for you, which is kind of cool. But Mercedes spares no technology when they build their vehicles. Everything you can think of is probably on this vehicle except for a driver, which is your job. So why don't we walk around the coach and I'll show you some more features. Now again, we have the nice big running board. You can see how big the running board is, so getting in and out of the coach is very simple. This little area here is a 19-gallon propane tank. Very accessible. Propane tanks right here. It's a regular fill propane tank. Behind it, we have a little storage compartment. It's good for your water hose, your electrical hose, so forth. Dometic 3-way refrigerator. Again, with Coach House, it's kind of nice once we get on the inside is that we do use a Dometic 3-way. We have options for a couple other fridges. But what's nice about this is anybody that's going to boondock camp is running off the propane side. And so the 3-way absorption style refrigerators are pretty nice. And these are about as big as you're going to get in a van. I'll show you on the inside. Jalousie windows, all of our windows jalousie out. What's nice about the jalousie windows, if it should rain, the water will run off the windows. If you have pets, we have fantastic roof vents inside that automatically close when it rains, so you can get a cross ventilation. And there's some other cool features that we've added to this vehicle and throughout our entire product line, which are really nice. Truma hot water heaters. On all of our Mercedes-Benz chassis, we're using the Truma hot water heater. They run off propane. They're Insta-Hot. A lot of people know about this product. It's tankless, so you don't have to worry about it. But this is a unit that we're using primarily on the Mercedes-Benz chassis and a few of our Transits. We have another hot water heater that's nice. I've talked a little bit about this in the past. This is our smart plug. And what's nice about these smart plugs is they don't arc. Unplug it, plug it back in. They don't arc. And that's a nice feature. Back in the old school days with the yellow cord you wound up and put on the side of the coach, you had to make sure that you locked it in and that you tightened that exterior gasket or that exterior fitting so that you wouldn't arc your electrical system. We have a little utility compartment, very similar to most of the other vehicles that we manufacture. We have a flush for your black water tank right here. We have a cable TV connection. We have a city water connection. So city water, cable TV. We have a little courtesy light here, so at nighttime you can see what you're doing. And then one of the nice features is we do separate all of our holding tanks. So you're going to get your gray water holding tank and your black water holding tank all discharge out this one outlet. So the theory is you pull the black water tank first, flush all of the sewer out, pull the gray water tank, helps flush it out. If you want to continue your flush system, then again back to this black water flush, that will flush out your black water tank. Kind of a really neat feature in these coaches. All right, just behind that we have our sewer hose carrier. That's to house a 25-foot sewer hose or so right here, which is nice under lock and key. Up above it a little bit is our outside shower. We put it back here out of the way so that you don't have to worry about, it's by the kitchen or by the entry door where you're just creating puddles when you're getting in and out. A lot of people like this to assist in rinsing off their sewer system. If you have a dog or a pet that you want to wash, you bring them back here and do it back here next to your camping fixtures. When you pull into a campground, what you'll find is generally you'll have your 30 amp service, your freshwater, your sewer, everything will be back here or wherever you line your vehicle up to be. So this outside shower, hot and cold, is really a nice feature. Let's keep walking around the back, Sam. Now, we do have a backup camera. This is all the way up top is our backup camera. So you'll be able to see behind you when you're driving. It gives you the ability to leave it on, leave it off, use it only in reverse, however you so choose. This is a double door in the back, which is really nice. You can actually enter and exit from these doors if you want. I won't open this, I don't want to block you. But these are really nice features on these chassis. We have a Class 3 hitch here. It's all pre-wired for trailer tow if you want to tow anything. Cars, mainly people are towing cars with them. And then these wheels are just to prevent a bottom out. These wheels right here, just in the event we don't want you to bottom the coach out if you go over a real steep ditch or something. Just helps protect. We do that on all of our vehicles, which is nice. So now what I'd like to do, I think, Sam, why don't we go on the inside of the vehicle and I'll point out some really cool features of the inside. Sam, I'm sitting in the front cockpit of this airplane, better known as Mercedes-Benz. These things have so much technology that I encourage you to go online and look at some of the YouTube videos, mercedes-benzusa.com, and see all of the features that are offered on this chassis. It really is remarkable when you get into the lane keeping, when you get into the Distronic braking system, you have an emergency braking system. I mean, these things will do just about anything you want to do. Adaptive cruise control is what I call it because I'm familiar with that term as a lot of people are. Everybody's got their own funky names of what these things will do. But essentially with adaptive cruise control, you can set the cruise control at a certain speed and sit there. It'll slow down with traffic. There's a distance marker where you can make those markers shorter, but it's still going to give the coach plenty of time to slow down. I've used mine on my truck, for instance, all the way down to 0. I'll set the cruise at 75. No more than that. I can't go any faster than that. 75, and it'll go whatever speed of the car that's in front of me, all the way down to 0, and then go back up. It's kind of a neat safety feature. So these even the ergonomics of this, I'm partially swiveled just to give you guys an example. Factory fabrics, these are leather. We leave them this way. We do not recover them because they now have included what they call a Thorax Airbag. I know some of our competitors were covering them, and from the looks, they look nice. But the scare there is a Thorax Airbag is actually in the side of the seat itself. So in the event you're in a collision, instead of a side airbag curtain, the side of the seat will blow open and that's your airbag. So if you're covering that, unless you have a spec from some manufacturer that has gone through the testing, then 50-50 chance whether that thorax airbag is going to open or not. Here, we don't want to open up the liability for Coach House, so we leave it alone. If you're looking at a competitive product and they don't have black seats in them or cloth seats in them, start asking some questions, because I really feel strongly about leaving these alone until there is other certification involved with seats. So we're going to leave it alone. We do this on our transit vehicles as well. And I just think from a pure logical safety standpoint, other than the cosmetics of it, it still matches the dash. They still look beautiful. They still work great. People don't know to ask the questions. So I'm presenting some of these questions for you. But these seats are remarkable. They swivel, they go up and down, they're 10-way, they got lumbar support, you name it, it's all on it. Heated, there's for your front legs, this also goes out and back so that when you're sitting here, you're not gonna be tortured behind your knees. You can adjust this front sitting area so that you're very comfortable when you're driving down the road. And here, I'm gonna try to use some of my cheat sheets here on some of this. These overhead panels, you've got all kinds of features here with overheads for maps and anything you'd want. There's a complete lighting system here. There's an SOS button. There's a place to store your glasses. Up in the front of these, we also have iPhone cell phone chargers. There's USB-C ports in here for you to plug your devices in. Really nice. There's cup holders up front. Really just the way Mercedes-Benz kind of keeping this more flat like they've done gives you a lot of leg room in the front of the vehicle, and people really like that. So there's so many features on here. You've got all of your controls on your steering wheel that will, Jesus, do just about anything you want to do. So it's a smart steering wheel, leather wrapped steering wheel, and the front cab of these are really, really, really remarkable. Blind spot assist, attention assist. If you lose attention, it's going to tell you to grab the steering wheel. Active lane keeping. But everything that we can possibly get, again, is on these chassis. And I'm just covering a part of them. Now I'd like to get into a little bit about, since we've talked so much about chassis, I like to talk about our floor plan. So what we're going to do is start walking around the inside of the vehicle and show you more features that I'm more familiar with. All right, Sam, this is where I'm comfortable with, is all of the gizmos that we would put inside Coach House. Coach House is the same way as a chassis. We load our vehicles up. We offer very few options. Some of the options in the Arriva that I'll show you are things like this. Screen door package, where the screen door actually comes across and will close off the exterior. We also have a screen back here, so that when you're camping or whatever the case may be and you want to stay in the coach, leave the door open, obviously, and get cross ventilation. Nice feature. Here's the door panel opener for the inside of the coach. It will also open the exterior door. Nice feature. One of the things that we have done in this coach is we have gotten into this, what they call multiplex wiring system. Now, I'm going to start walking back, so be careful. We've gone into a more residential style sink, residential style faucet, which is nice. Other than we had another one that was made by a company, I won't mention names, but anyway, this is a much nicer feature. 2-burner LP stove, which is nice. As we continue back, we're going to stop right here for a second, and I want to show this thing gizmo here. Getting into multiplex wiring, what has really been nice is we've been able to shave quite a bit of weight out of our wiring, but also make it more user-friendly. From this main touchpad, I can do things like that. I just shut all the lights off. I've got monitor panel. My entire monitoring system is handled here. LP, Freshwater, gray water, black water. We've got a auto start generator set up. So if you want to set it for voltage, you want to set it for climate, the generator will automatically kick on. One of the great features of the Arriva, unlike any other Class B motorhome, is we're using the 3.6 microlight propane powered generator. It's big. It's bigger than most. Most people are using a 2.5. We don't. We use them a little bit bigger. But this control panel here will control just about everything in your vehicle, from air conditioning to lighting to auto start, as I mentioned before. It really is a great system to have. And Coach House, I've talked about this a lot in our lifetime, about technology and how I feel about it and how our company feels about technology. We don't ever want to be the leader in that field. We want to be a little bit of a trailer. And the reason is, the last thing we want to do is put you folks in a service department. We want to make sure that what we're using is good stuff. Firefly is who we chose. Multiple other systems out there that you can use for this type of operation. We do not. This you can control off your cell phone. So you can download an app, you can control all your features from your cell phone. Really, really super cool. The switches above here for your carefree awning. So it just is the ability to retract and extend. But Firefly is what I wanted to point out. Now continuing back, I guess we can start over here on this side too, Sam, if you want. This is a Dometic refrigerator that we only use in the van. Now what's really cool about this thing, there's your freezer, there's your refrigerator. Okay, now watch this, Sam, you're gonna freak because this is cool. So you close this, and let's say, oh, I'm outside and I want to get some drinks from the outside of the coach when I'm in. This has a swing door in it that you can go either way. See that? And this is the only motorhome that we put this refrigerator in. It's got a double swivel. So you're in the back, you're sleeping, and you want to get up and you want to get a drink, you don't have to come to the front of the coach and get a drink. It's kind of a really super cool refrigerator from Dometic. 6 cubic feet. So the reason Coach House has kind of stayed and maintained with 6 cubic foot refrigerators is we like the 3-way convenience. AC, DC, LP gas. If you go any bigger than a 6 cubic foot refrigerator in a motorhome, you're going to be down to 2-way. And that's 110 volt and propane. You lose the DC side. So the DC side to us is nice when you're driving down the road, because now you've got the ability to just flip it on DC, which is 12 volt current, runs, it maintains its coolness, kind of a neat thing. We also have a convection oven up here. Convection oven does everything from microwaves to cook. So this gives you the ability to make meals. You can use it as an oven. You can use it as a convection oven. You can use a microwave. It does a wonderful job for a small space when you need the ability to cook. And we put it right above the refrigerator. Nice package here. Up a little bit further, what we've done is we've actually built a table that is kind of a really interesting table, because what it does is it comes down, and now when you swivel both the seats, you have the ability for dining for both. You have the ability for computer work if you want to do some computer work. By swiveling the driver's seat, swiveling the passenger seat, both people can use this. Or if you just want one person to use it, you flip it up this way, put the leg in, and now just one person. You still have a hallway here. You're not blocked. So everything is pretty cool when it comes to this table. This table was really a neat thought. So kind of a neat thing. It's not on a leg or anything like that, so it makes it nice. Above here, you're going to find your converter, is where we put our converter. All of our vehicles now do have tank heaters, which are nice. Tank heaters are for your gray and black water tank. And what they give you the ability to do is once the temperature hits 40 degrees at your tank, the sensors will turn on. If you notice when I flipped the switch, there was no light. The light's not going to come on until the sensors are on. And the sensors come on at 40 degrees or below. I've had people take these apart thinking they're not working. No, they work. They just don't work until they go below 40. Now a converter is kind of a neat, interesting thing. We use a 45 amp converter. And what this is, if you see down the left-hand side, these are all of your 12 volt fuses. And these fuses are going to operate everything in this vehicle that are 12 volt. A converter brings in 110 volt power. And this 110 volt, you got your main power, your microwave, your converter, your inverter, your refrigerator, air conditioning. These are all going to be 110 volt appliances. But what a converter does, it then converts that 110 volt over to 12 volt. So a lot of people would ask the question, well, my coach gets so much brighter when I plug it in, or things seem to work better when I plug it in. Probably because your batteries are going dead. And what the converter is doing at that point is it's providing a charge into your 12-volt system, because there's a charger built into it, that now gives you the brightness of the lights and putting power back into your batteries. Now, a feature that I really want to point out, and I failed to point out on the outside, is coach house on the Arriva vehicle only. And I'm going to bite my tongue a little bit because some of y'all that watch my videos know that the technology curve and how we watch it. We are now using lithium ion batteries in this vehicle. There's a series of 2 made by Relion, and it goes through our charging system, and they're 100 amp hours a piece. So Relion, we researched lithium ion batteries again before we put them on, and we found that there's several others out there, but in our case, in our decision making process, there were service centers for them. You know how I feel about servicing lithium ion batteries if you've watched any of my previous videos. Just the toughness of doing it. It's very difficult because they're expensive. And it would be nice to see a mainstream company carry lithium ions where we could call Interstate Batteries anywhere in the United States and they have them and they replace them for you. But so I wanted to make it clear that the Arriva vans, as of the new year, this year, now come standard with lithium ion batteries. So I wanted to make sure everybody understood that. It will not be an option. So again, we've just eliminated another option. On the rest of our product line, they will still be considered an option. So what I want to do now, Sam, why don't we switch spots here like we do, and we'll walk through the back of the coach. We're still in the front of the vehicle, Sam, and what I wanted to point out is, because I couldn't show it before, this coach does have a solar charger. We use Go Power is the name brand that we use. Again, a company that's around in the United States that service is easily to obtain. This little panel here, you're going to find anywhere between our models with between 2 and 4 of these little panels. And what these panels are, this is an extension of the Firefly. So instead of going to that panel that I just showed you, you can actually operate a lot of your components right here. Now just below this is our battery disconnect. This is out of the marine industry. So when you shut off your batteries are off. So you know, off and on. So when you get out of your coach and you're not going to use it for a while, shut that battery disconnect off, and everything should be fine in your coach the next time you go use it. Now there are some people that talk about there's always going to be a little bit of a draw. Always going to be a little bit of a draw. There's so many components in here, the dash, the chassis, everything, always drawing a little bit of current. So we often tell people, plug them in, if you can plug them in, start them up once every couple of months, make sure everything's flowing good, let them run for a while, take them out on a drive somewhere, just to prevent your batteries from dying on you. Okay, we're going to head on back. Sam, as you can notice here, we still and always use a ducted AC system. It's a 15,000 BTU Dometic, again, controlled off your Firefly system. And with our air conditioning systems, it's 15,000 BTU AC. It's got a heat pump built into it and a fan. So it will do everything up to about 40 degrees low. High, the air conditioner will run as much as you want it to run. Once the outside temperature falls below 40, we put a 19,000 BTU Lpg furnace on this coach as well. So you have 2 sources of heat. And I like to point that out to people because if you're in a campground and you can keep the coach, if it doesn't drop below 40 degrees, you use the campground energy. You're already plugged in. Why not? When you're out and about boondocking or whatever the case may be and it drops really cold, you have a 19,000 BTU LPG furnace that will absolutely get you warmed up in here. Walking back, we still use these beautiful shades. There's a duo shade that's just blocks the sunlight from coming in, and there's your night blocker. We use MCD brand name. MCD is a wonderful product. Our beautiful valances cover up all of the mechanisms, so it looks real nice when we're done. We have a little flip-up tray here on the back of the galley, gives you a little bit more room for galley prep, galley work. All of our drawers are all made so that they posi lock. These locks, we've pointed these out in the past, are just beautiful, beautiful to lock and work with. They work really, really well. A lot of nice storage in the galley. Now moving back from the galley a little bit, Sam, what we've designed are 2 twin beds here. Okay, you'll see these bolsters that are here in the back. These beds are beautiful for a number of reasons. Number one, you can sleep on them as twin beds. By removing the 6-inch bolster, obviously you get 6 inches more laying room or surface area. They're 75 inches long, so they're nice and long. But we've come up with an idea here where both of these tops are on sliders. So if you want to extend the driver's side, as I'm standing here, you can bring it out to about the middle of it's about 6 inches. You can bring it out, widening one bed. Now, if you want to do the same on the other side, you can widen this one out as well, either or bring them both together for one giant king-size bed. Again, remember, we patented this layout. Nobody else in the industry has been able to build this. And, you know, there's an old term, I've been in this 35 years. There's an old term that's called R&D. And in the real world, R&D was research and design. In our industry, it's R&D is research and duplicate. So Coach House Building in Southwest Florida, we feel very proud of what we do, but we also want to protect what we do. We want to protect our customers. Anybody can grab a van and start putting stuff in it and then say it's a great van and sell it for tons of money less or whatever the case may be. We wanted to make sure that we protected you as a consumer and us as a manufacturer. So a lot of what we do and a lot of what I talk about in these videos are protection for both of us. And I think that's really cool. Your side of the equation as a consumer, it helps with your resale value. So that's a great feature. Continuing on, Coach House is always proud of our cabinetry. Now we are precise with our cabinetry. We invested very heavily in CNC machines. And CNC machines, you can see the nice rounded radius corners here on our cabinets now. We are using Blum soft close hinges on everything. We are using these door stays still, which are very, very nice. Features, our cabinetry are all finished off on the inside, which is nice. These door stays are infinitely adjustable. If you don't want them to stay up, you loosen up a little nut there, and these will just fall down by themselves, which is nice. But you can see all the storage on both sides. Really, really nice feature. I mean, just a super look, beautiful coach, precision cut now. So really, really, really super nice stuff. You can see the hinges. These are all adjustable. You can pop your doors off without any problem if you take a door off. Finished totally on the inside again. Posi catch locks. You can lock this baby up and you're ready to roll. Heading on back, we've added these as well. These are really nice features with 110 volt outlets above them. CPAP machines, cell phone chargers, whatever you need this for. These are nice. This is the head of your bed. So you can just reach up, put your bottled water there, put your CPAP machines there, put your telephones there. You've got plugs for it. Really nice features. So we've added these glass, they're actually plexiglass shelves because we take the glass out for safety. What's nice about these is they're all brushed nickel. So everything in the coach is brushed nickel and it matches. Even our little latches are brushed nickel. So everything in the coach matches. I think they're done very, very well as far as the decor. We don't make them gaudy. We don't go overboard. We keep somewhat neutral colors in all of our products, which I think a lot of people like. You know, cabinets that are more square are awesome cabinets because you can store more stuff in them. The more roundedness you put in a cabinet, the less storage you get. You start taking away the cubic feet of storage on the inside of the vehicle. A couple little drawers under the bunks. So a little his and her on both sides, which are nice. Nice flooring that we put down on here, Sam. It is a linoleum floor. So it's very, very rugged, very strong. We have another option for floor, which is a woven floor that we call it, or a textured floor. It's the same thing. Here is another remote for your Firefly. So again, you don't need to get up to your Firefly panel. You can control it here. There's also one in the bathroom on the other side of it. Bathroom. Here's the neatest thing. Hey, Sam, guess what? I don't want to see anymore. Look at that. Isn't that cool? We have a full bathroom back here. This thing is so cool. People love this. And what's nice about it, we have a full shower, we have a separate toilet, we have a separate sink, we have a medicine cabinet, we have another little cabinet here, we have a nice 3/4 length closet with a drawer underneath. This bathroom for a van, you won't find another nicer bathroom. because a lot of people love this. It's private. You can close the door. You don't have to worry about sitting in the hallway while your significant other sits there and watches. It's really a super neat idea. And I'm going to let Sam get in here and do a little filming on this as well so you can see what it's all about. I've got Sam in the bathroom right now to do some filming, and then we have the door shut. And as you can see, as he pans around to the right, his right, you'll see it's a ceramic toilet. Again, flushes into the black water tank. Next to that, you'll see the sink, which is separate out of the shower, out of the toilet. It's in its own position. If you continue around, you'll see there's a nice 3/4 length closet. And then next to the closet, there is the shower, which is a full stand-up shower inside the coach. So again, a nice, beautiful, private bathroom. So this vehicle gives you, in a nutshell, it gives you twin beds, it gives you a king bed, it gives you a 6 cubic foot refrigerator, it gives you a dry bath, really a beautiful coach. So Sam, to kind of wrap things up, you know, this coach also comes with 2 TVs, which are nice. Again, we have the outside TV that's on a swivel that comes out, and then we have the inside TV, so you can watch TV back here. And this swivels all the way around so that you can watch it from the front seats as well. But to sum up this Arriva floor plan, it's truly a unique floor plan. We have a lot of customers that love this thing. We've had a lot of customers trade their big motorhomes in on small ones, the Arrivas on the bigger ones. But what this coach gives you is a lot of stuff. It gives you a big generator. It gives you a big refrigerator. It gives you a dry bath. It gives you 2 twin beds, one or the other that can be made larger than the other. They can both come together to make a king size bed. As Coach House builds their motorhomes, you have all interior freshwater plumbing so that you can take this vehicle and use it 364 days out of the year. A very, very unique design in a van camper. And in our prior years of building motorhomes, we started in Class Bs. And we introduced this as our 30th anniversary model. So now we've been building it for 6 years as I make this video. But what's nice about the Arriva is its versatility. You can take this vehicle anywhere. It's built to the same standards as any of our motorhomes. We don't have a price leader or a coach that we skimp on when we build. We build all of our motorhomes the same, and that is to the best of our ability. Coach House is still a family-run business. My dad started it back in the mid-'80s. I was in college, got out of college, knew what I wanted to do is market Coach House and see what I could do with a company like this. My brother Dave and I are here. I have a nephew here. So the third generation is already coming through, which is nice. But we're not going anywhere. We've been blessed through COVID. We were deemed essential. We stayed open. We are, as I stand here today, backed up for 1.5 years on orders. We've done a very good job. But I think it comes down to the reputation of the company. It also comes down to the quality and the care that we put into what we do. It comes down to our support after the sale. If you do anything to make a decision, go on the internet. And whatever products you're considering, look up, blog them. See what people are saying about them. I don't know of anybody that's disgruntled with Coach House. And that's after 36 years now of manufacturing RVs. So give us a shot at your business. You'll like what you get, you'll like what you'll receive, and you'll like what you get after the fact. These coaches are, even though we're a factory direct company, they are warranted in all of North America. Now I like to explain warranties in some of my videos, I'm gonna do it again. The chassis will carry a 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty. The appliances, being all name brand to our industry, will carry 1 to 2 years depending on the manufacturer. And Coach House's warranty against any defects of craftsmanship whatsoever, 3-year, 36,000 miles. We have one of the best warranties in the industry, again warranted all across North America. And we would seriously appreciate any consideration you would give us for your business. Thank you very much.